Good evening. How long has it been since your last confession?
How long has it been since yours?
I'm sorry? Son.
It might seem a bit strange to you, me claiming to recall my baptism.
I beg your pardon?
Not fleeting images or cloudy memories, but specific details. Not all of them, mind you. I've never had a photographic memory or anything even like that, but this event, it's there now. Right there. And you may ask, did you find the Lord later in life and thus you were baptized at, let's say, age 20? No, not the case. I never truly found the Lord, which makes you wonder why I'm here, I suppose. A relationship with God always felt like an adult version, an impossible-to-win game of hide and seek.
It can sometimes be difficult to open a conversation with God. Go on.
I was baptized. No choice of my own. By my parents, Oliver and Constance. Doesn't ring a bell?
Afraid not.
They came together at a church group in their teens. They were married not long after their high school graduation. Yeah, I was only about 11 months old. I would have been baptized earlier, but I was a sick little baby, so everything, including my ability to speak and walk and say mama, were delayed. Powerless little runt.
I see. Do you still speak
Yeah,
with...
it's all right. I'm okay now. Living a full life. But it was recently that the topic of religion came up, as it so often does in my circle of friends, one social evening out. And when baptism entered the conversation, it was this lightning strike reaction, and I realized that I didn't know if I had been or if I hadn't been. If not, was it ever on the table? If I had been, then why had I never seen any photographs? I mean, my mom kept one hell of a baby book for my first 2 years.
She was a good mother.
Sure. And it had never been brought up by my parents either. So the next morning, following the outing with friends, the one I told you about, I gave my mother a call. And she confirmed that, yes, indeed, I had been baptized. I had been baptized.
And so you've been saved.
Saved? And now I know. I asked questions, but she's gone a little senile, so details were scarce. And just so you know, the nurses in her care facility are apparently staring at her while she sleeps. But I had a dream the night after the call. Mostly those aforementioned blurs and grainy images, all put into what I call the dream blender. You know, regular things suddenly become 10 times their size, or a coworker's face melts into a dog's, that kind of thing. You people dream too.
That we do. The Lord speaks to me in my
perhaps
dreams.
a little differently, but you have bad dreams, right? Little snippets of guilt shading your dreams and your nightmares. Anyway, memories of that ceremony, when I woke up the next morning while I was making my coffee like people do, they all came flooding back and in detail. And I know you're thinking, memories of 11 months old? Yes, and vivid ones. Smells and temperatures and the colors hitting my face from the stained glass over the window. A lot of blue. The priest had a mean case of halitosis, and it was clear, not then, but the night after the dream, he was a smoker. I'm guessing menthols. That priest changed parishes, I found out not long after my ceremony, moved far away. Hey, maybe you know him.
His name? I myself am only a few years apart.
I can't give you a name. I was only 11 months old, remember?
Of course. I like to believe that in the eyes of the Lord, we're all the same age.
Yeah. And I recall my mother's perfume that day. It was strong, but sweet and comforting. But I don't remember her ever wearing that again. Special events call for special scents, I guess.
Baptisms are the most special of occasions.
Are they?
Well, is there anything in particular you'd like to confess?
Yeah. No, but I remember that the water wasn't warm, but a cool temperature. And it got in my eye, but only in my left eye. And it bears pointing out that my lens prescription all throughout my life, well, I've always had better sight in my right eye. You can't see the damage, but it's there. Trust me. But what I remember the most, what came to me the next morning when I was stirring in my 2 packets of Splenda, just 2 of them, was more than anything a sensation. That water, that baptismal water scooped up into the hands of that stinky holy man. That pretty mosaic well with the glimmering blue and white tiles. That water burned. I just think that priest should have some idea of what he was messing with.
Perhaps these difficulties that you experienced with this other priest, simply a part of God's plan. A challenge to overcome, realizing that his servant is just a human being, a sinner, like all of us.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I carry one of these. I'm not even a smoker. Hey, do you smoke?
I've never smoked. Filthy habit.
Probably a good thing that you quit.
Again,
And with those memories of the water's particulars, a deeply hidden, one could say inborn rage began to rise to the surface. It was hideous, frightening, unfamiliar but weirdly comfortable, uncontrolled. A need to even the score.
a test. Finding God's love in order to control those sinful urges.
See, now that sounds rehearsed. That sounds rehearsed.
Son, I don't know who you think
Felt
of.
my
I am not
face
this priest that
flush
you speak.
and my heart pound, just like yours are right now. Then I came here, passed by a fire station a good 20 minutes down the road. It's not gonna be quick enough. Too far away. Walked all this way to find you.
Don't know you.
And I'll tell you something else. Priest. It seems the more I learn about my family history, my real family, that is, 23andMe and all that, it seems my ancestors down south, real good at holding grudges.
None of this rings a bell, Father?